My good people, how are you doing? My name is Samuel Getem. I want to take an opportunity to take you through a very critical topic about how to overcome job crisis. Actually, job crisis has been the most uh, thing that has been affecting a lot of people. Have been asking, how can we be able to eliminate job crisis in Africa? Remember, Africa as a continent, it has more countries that are already facing the same problem that we're talking about here today. Lack of jobs and employment is most of the most key things that people are discussing from time to time. And as a financial coach, of course, and a mentor, I can take your time at least to share something that I can be able to help you to overcome the COVID crisis. I think this is almost my 8 years, 6 to 7 years, that I've been talking the same thing about how to overcome job crisis in Africa. You know my point? So what am I trying to mean? By the time even I was in university campus and so on, was still in my mind. How can we be able to overcome job crisis in Africa? Because everybody is looking for what they call unemployment. If you ask everybody, I want to be employed. You ask everybody, I want to be employed. You ask everybody, I want to be employed. I want to be employed. I want to be employed. I want to be employed, and so on and so on. So for you to avoid actually what you call a crisis in Africa, for you to avoid what you call this crisis of I want to be employed, I want to be employed, I want to be employed, and so on and so on. You know, to call and develop a skill development. Just develop a skill today. Work on a skill that can be able to help you in doing something. Imagine today if you have a skill, talk about maybe how to do craft. You can be able to craft something, you can be able to sell it to people. You have a skill of talking. You can be able to do a YouTube channel, you can be able to pay you today. You have a skill, maybe, how do you call it? A skill in making this clay what? How do you call it this way? Clay muddy bricks. Imagine you can convert that. People need to buy the stones, building stones. People have to build. So what am I trying to mean? Instead of getting embroidered, learn a skill development. Actually, we have classes for skills development. Actually, there's a link on my bio down there. You can always get in touch with it out. You can be able to get a skill that can be able to help you to overcome the called job crisis. You're not supposed to be able to read and go get embroidered and something like. What you need is about to call empowerment. People need to be empowered. When I talk about empowered, they can be given funds, knowledge, skills, and so on and so on. Actually, these and these, I always discuss them being together with their talent. Skills and talent is the same thing. And I've been telling people, by the way, your talent is equals to money. So every time you feel like umesota, you're broken, everything, you don't have a job and employment, convert your talent to money. If you're good in speaking, you can be able to become a public speaker. You can convert that talent and make money on the same thing. You get my point? So empowerment, skills development, and you see, a skill is something that you learn every day. Actually, I can also add something how to overcome job crisis in Africa. It's about to call consistency, learning, and developing your skill. Sharpen your skills. If your skill is in maybe in talking and other things and many things, you can actually keep learning them every day. If you are a skill in accounting things, as an accountant and so on, develop that skill, make it work for you. Are we good, my good people? Actually, another thing here I'm talking about here today is about what we call business and entrepreneurship business. If you check, I was reading a newspaper and I saw it was around 47%, 47% of employment in Kenya and many other countries is contributed by what they call businesses. That's the informal sector. You see, this kind of a business, someone opening a shop. You see, when you open a shop today, you have to employ maybe someone to help you put the products into the shop. You get a shopkeeper and so on, people to help you market other things and so on. Okay, if you build a restaurant today, we shall be having waiters, we shall be having supervisors, we shall be having marketers, we shall be having bartenders, we have restaurants attendants, and many people. You can imagine now one business is already employing 9 professionals, professionals, and these professionals, they have families they are feeding. So you can imagine how the massive businesses, if get empowered, they can be able to end what we call job crisis. You see, if everybody goes for a white collar job, okay, God forbid, it is not that much. If everybody like today go what to call a white collar jobs, the white collar jobs maybe like in one, maybe like an accountant is only one accountant or two accountants in an industry of 55 people, maybe 55 employees and so on. So you get, it still eliminates people. But one restaurant can be able to serve a lot of people. People are coming to eat, people are coming to work, people are coming to everything, drink tea and so on and so on. Actually, another thing is about here, empowering generations. The same thing I was talking about here, this empowering the generation, so we can be able to make it here. Empower the people, give them funds, give them knowledge. Many people perish because of knowledge. People fear to start businesses, but they should start today, fail. Myself, I'm talking to you as an example. I've done several businesses. Some of them have failed, but I've already learned and experienced. Actually, to me, everything that happens to my life, everything that happens to my life, what happens to me is help them to save and make sure they have something for themselves. Another thing, out to overcome job crisis in Africa, do what you call saving. Save something. The same thing I've been telling you. Have that rule. If you have 100,000 today, save at least 20% of it from time to time. By doing saving of your money each and every day, you are able to do what you call start a business. And starting a business gets you money. You can actually convert this money back. You can return them back. You see, the challenge I think for most people is that they think that, okay, I want to go to school, I want to study, I want to become a pilot, I want to do this, I want to, okay, I have seen a lot of people. You ask them, what do you want to do? Me, I want to become the most international. We are happy, want to see pilots, want to see doctors and so on. But I'm saying, like you see a doctor today, a doctor can be working in an hospital, at the same time opens a hospital, his own clinic. The same clinic turns out also to have what they call, how do you call this one? Clinic, then comes out to call a laboratory tests and so on, then comes with another pharmacist. So you see all of these three of them, they're able to employ up to around 12 to 15 people. So one man has already contributed to 15 people working in his companies and so on. So I can advise you today, the cost of actually registering a company, let me just take you through is how to avoid being, what do you call job crisis in Africa. Open a company. So the cost of opening a company in Kenya for normal business, I think is around 750 shillings, right? 750 shillings. That's for normal business. That is like a small one. That does not require a lot of regulations. That's like about partnership, right? For a private limited company, is 10,750 shillings. You can open a private limited company today, form with your company, your colleagues, and start doing what you call providing services. Services are the main. You can do what you call events, you can do marketing, you can do training, you can do mentorship, and so on. So you can imagine you're already creating avenues for people. You only used to get something like a small starting capital, start an events company. Whenever you get people doing baby showers, birthday cakes, and so on, you can help them have it out. You can do what you call management of assets. Today, we have a lot of many people do what we call real estate businesses. You can open a company and have like a real estate agent, manages to people, get clients for people, get commissions from time to time, then you can be able to make money from it and so on. You can actually do trainings. Imagine you can do trainings. Trainings is about organizing trades. You can train people on how to do businesses. You can train people on how to market products. You can train people in many cases. You see, the key goal here is about overcoming what we call a job crisis. And this one is not something you can be able to be beat easily. Actually, if I were to give it an advice today, I've been given an opportunity and I talk to governments, I talk to the head of public servants and so on, for them to eliminate what we call job crisis in Africa. Let them encourage entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, every business needs people to work. We have suppliers, we have manufacturers, we have consumers, we have many people that are already in this bracket of what we call business area. So the businesses is the main key, can be able to help you get money at the same time eliminate job crisis in Africa. I hope you have learned something. Let us empower people. Let's mentor people. Let's talk to people. Let us, all of us, our efforts to be put in a way of reducing crisis. How will it feel? Imagine, like in Africa, we don't have job issues. And for us to do it, the change starts from me. It has already started from me. It can also start with you. So today, for you to avoid of stresses of getting jobs in Africa, get a skill development, talent, entrepreneurship, empowering generations, saving, and more so engaging in a skill that can be able to pay you. Thank you very much for this episode. Let's meet in our next episode. Bye bye.